Verse 29, and forthwith, when they were come out of the synagogue, they entered into the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Of course, we've already met these. But Simon's wife's mother lay sick of a fever. And anon, it's a great word, don't use that often now, they tell him of her. We have to understand that this sea was a good 600 feet, if more, below the level of the Mediterranean. It would have been like a hot bowl in summer. And if there's one thing I've learnt living in the subtropics here, warmth can give a lot of great life to bacillus and viruses. People would have been sick all the time, even if it was a cold. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And even the way that the Greek word is used, the Greek word for fever here means to be on fire. She was burning up, this girl. And so she was having this massive fever that was burning its way through her. Doesn't surprise me.
And when he says lifted her up, are we talking physically? Are we talking in spirits?
You know, I've looked at this and I've sort of scratched my head a little bit around this because I've looked at it in the Greek and I've looked at it in the English and I don't understand very well how they've come to translate it in the English like this. Even in modern translations, it says he came, raised her up gently by taking her hand, and then the fever left her and she began to serve. But when I've looked at the original language here, it doesn't seem to say that to me at all. I'm happy to sort of speculate if you're interested.
Well, I'm going to speculate, so please do.
Yeah. He takes her by the hand. Hand is hira, helping someone. But it's also figuratively applied to God symbolising his might, his activity, and his power. That's interesting. So I wonder what lifted up means. So lifted her in the Greek is kateo, which means to be powerful, to lay hands on somebody and seize them. That doesn't sound like somebody who's gently lifting somebody up by the hand. You've got a fiery heat burning this woman up, and then Jesus is presented to her, and he now represents the power, the might, the activity of God, the very thing that determines and controls the destinies of humanity. And it's almost like that presence seizes her and grabs her, and in doing so takes hold of the fiery heat that is on her. In fact, when it says the fiery heat left her, that left her is the same word used for a husband divorcing his wife. So in the presence of the power, the might, the activity of God, something sucks out and divorces the bad from the good, separates the light from the darkness.